Struggling to pass the Life in the UK test on your first attempt? Congratulations, you're in the right place. In this video, you'll go through 24 real exam-style mock questions based on the official handbook. You need at least 18 correct to pass, just like the actual test. Make sure you stay until the end. The last few questions are crucial for your success. Pause when needed, think carefully, and comment your score at the end. Let's get started. Question 1. Is the statement below true or false? If an accused person is aged 18 to 21, their case will be heard in a youth court. Option A, true. B, false. Answer is B, false. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, if an accused person is aged 10 to 17, the case is normally heard in a youth court in front of up to 3 specially trained magistrates or a district judge. Question 2. Which 2 of the following are fundamental principles of British life? Option A, mandatory military service. B, participation in community life. C, tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. D, regular attendance at a place of worship. Answer is B and C. Participation in community life and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. The fundamental principles of British life include democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs, and participation in community life. Question 3. In honour of Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee in 2012, the clock tower at the Houses of Parliament was officially given which name? Option A, Winston Tower. B, Jubilee Tower. C, Millennium Tower. D, Elizabeth Tower. Answer is D, Elizabeth Tower. The clock tower at the Houses of Parliament is a popular tourist attraction. It was officially named Elizabeth Tower in honour of Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee in 2012. Question 4. Which British scientist was the co-inventor of the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging scanner? Option A, Sir Ian Wilmot. B, Alexander Fleming. C, Sir Peter Mansfield. D, James Goodfellow. Answer is C, Sir Peter Mansfield. Sir Peter Mansfield, 1933 to 2017, a British scientist, is the co-inventor of the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging scanner, which enables doctors to obtain exact and non-invasive images of human internal organs. Question 5. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A, Jane Austen and Charles Dickens were leading fashion designers. B, Jane Austen and Charles Dickens were famous English novelists. Answer is B. Jane Austen and Charles Dickens were famous English novelists. The UK has a prestigious literary history. Jane Austen, 1775 to 1817, was an English novelist whose books include Pride and Prejudice, and Charles Dickens, 1812 to 70, wrote famous novels including Oliver Twist. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your Life in the UK test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. Which of the following is a traditional food associated with Scotland? Option A, roast beef. B, Ulster fry. C, haggis. D, Welsh cakes. Answer is C, haggis. A traditional food associated with Scotland is haggis, which is a sheep's stomach stuffed with offal, suet, onions and oatmeal. Question 7. When is a by-election for a parliamentary seat held? Option A. When a Member of Parliament, MP, dies or resigns. B. Every 2 years. C. Halfway through a parliamentary term. D. When the Prime Minister decides to call one. Answer is A. When a Member of Parliament, MP, dies or resigns. If an MP dies or resigns, there will be a fresh election, called a by-election, in his or her constituency. Question 8. Which of the following statements is correct regarding Halloween? Option A. It has its roots in an ancient pagan festival marking the beginning of winter. B. It has its roots in a religious ceremony to celebrate the summer harvest. Answer is A. It has its roots in an ancient pagan festival marking the beginning of winter. Halloween, 31st October, is an ancient festival and has roots in the pagan festival to mark the beginning of winter. Young people will often dress up in frightening costumes to play trick or treat. Question 9. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A. In 1588, the English defeated the Spanish Armada. B. In 1588, the English defeated the French army at Waterloo. Answer is A. In 1588, the English defeated the Spanish Armada. In 1588, the English defeated the Spanish Armada, a large fleet of ships sent by Spain to conquer England and restore Catholicism. Question 10. Which 2 actions can a judge take if they find that a public body is not respecting someone's legal rights? Option A. Order the body to pay compensation. B. Order the body's members to serve time in prison. C. Order the body to close down entirely. D. Order the body to change its practices. Answer is A and D. Order the body to pay compensation and order the body to change its practices. If judges find that a public body is not respecting someone's legal rights, they can order that body to change its practices and/or pay compensation. Question 11. Who led the successful invasion of England in 1066? Option A. Richard the Lionheart. B. William, the Duke of Normandy. C. Julius Caesar. D. King Canute. Answer is B. William, the Duke of Normandy. In 1066, an invasion led by William, the Duke of Normandy, in what is now northern France, defeated Harold, the Saxon King of England. Question 12. Which of the following statements is correct regarding a Crown Court case? Option A. In a Crown Court case, the jury decides the penalty when someone is found guilty. B. In a Crown Court case, the judge decides the penalty when someone is found guilty. Answer is B. In a Crown Court case, the judge decides the penalty when someone is found guilty. In a Crown Court, the jury has to listen to the evidence and decide a verdict of guilty or not guilty. If the jury finds a defendant guilty, the judge decides on the penalty. Question 13. Which important Charter of Rights was King John forced to agree to by his noblemen in 1215? Option A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Statute of Rhuddlan. C. The Domesday Book. D. The Magna Carta. Answer is D. The Magna Carta. There were few formal limits to the king's power until 1215. In that year, King John was forced by his noblemen to agree to a number of demands. The result was a Charter of Rights called the Magna Carta, which means the Great Charter. The Magna Carta established the idea that even the king was subject to the law. It protected the rights of the nobility and restricted the king's power to collect taxes or to make or change laws. Question 14. Which two of the following are famous British composers? Option A. Henry Purcell. B. Adam Smith. C. Ralph Vaughan Williams. D. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Answer is A and C. Henry Purcell and Ralph Vaughan Williams. Classical music has been popular in the UK for many centuries. Henry Purcell, 1659–95, was the organist at Westminster Abbey, and Ralph Vaughan Williams, 1872–1958, wrote music for orchestras and choirs that was strongly influenced by traditional English folk music. Question 15. If your car is more than 3 years old, how often will it need a Ministry of Transport (MOT) test? Option A. Every 5 years. B. Every year. C. Every 10 years. D. It will never need a test. Answer is B. Every year. If your vehicle is over 3 years old, you must take it for a Ministry of Transport (MOT) test every year. It is an offence not to have an MOT certificate if your vehicle is more than 3 years old. Question 16. What was the name of the disease that came to Britain in 1348? Option A. The Great Plague. B. The Black Death. C. The Spanish Flu. D. The Red Death. Answer is B. The Black Death. In 1348, a disease, probably a form of plague, came to Britain. This was known as the Black Death. 1/3 of the population of England died, and a similar proportion in Scotland and Wales. Question 17. What type of church is the National Church of Scotland? Option A. Roman Catholic. B. Methodist. C. Presbyterian. D. Baptist. Answer is C. Presbyterian. In Scotland, the national church is the Church of Scotland, which is a Presbyterian church. It is governed by ministers and elders. Question 18. Is the statement below true or false? Participation in community life is a fundamental principle of British life. Option A. True. B. False. Answer is A. True. The fundamental principles of British life include participation in community life, alongside democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. Question 19. The Wars of the Roses was a civil war fought between the supporters of which two families? Option A. The House of Tudor and the House of Stuart. B. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. C. The House of Windsor and the House of Plantagenet. D. The House of Normandy and the House of Wessex. Answer is B. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. In 1455, a civil war was begun to decide who should be King of England. It was fought between the supporters of two families, the House of Lancaster and the House of York. This war was called the Wars of the Roses because the symbol of Lancaster was a red rose and the symbol of York was a white rose. Question 20. What important change to our voting rights took place in 1969? Option A. Compulsory voting was introduced. B. Prisoners were given the right to vote. C. Women over 30 were given the right to vote. D. The voting age was reduced to 18 for men and women. Answer is D. The voting age was reduced to 18 for men and women. The franchise grew over the 19th and 20th centuries. In 1918, women over 30 were given voting rights, and in 1928 this was extended to women over 21. In 1969, the voting age was officially reduced to 18 for both men and women. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your life in the UK test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 21. In 1776, 13 British colonies declared their independence. In which part of the world were these colonies located? Option A. Australia. B. North America. C. South Africa. D. India. Answer is B. North America. In 1776, 13 American colonies in North America declared their independence, stating that people had a right to establish their own governments. The colonists eventually defeated the British Army, and Britain recognised the colony's independence in 1783. Question 22. Which two of the following individuals were famous garden designers? Option A. Gertrude Jekyll. B. Thomas Hardy. C. Lancelot Capability Brown. D. Sir Ridley Scott. Answer is A and C. Gertrude Jekyll and Lancelot Capability Brown. In the 18th century, Lancelot Capability Brown designed the grounds around country houses. Later, Gertrude Jekyll often worked with Edwin Lutyens to design colourful gardens around the houses he designed. Question 23. Which two of the following are famous horse racing events? Option A. The Grand National. B. The Ashes. C. The Wimbledon Championships. D. Royal Ascot. Answer is A and D. The Grand National and Royal Ascot. There is a very long history of horse racing in Britain. Famous horse racing events include Royal Ascot, the Grand National at Aintree, and the Scottish Grand National at Ayr. Question 24. What is the minimum age you can drive a car or motorcycle in the UK? Option A, 15. B, 21. C, 17. D, 18. Answer is C, 17. In the UK, you must be at least 17 years old to drive a car or motorcycle, and you must have a driving licence to drive on public roads. For more practice and updates, click on the video you are watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your life in the UK test. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.